Good morning, Adelistas. This is your teacher, Mrs. Consalver, and today I look like a little cat, don't I? And that's okay because today we are going to read The Tale of Tom Kitten. Let's see. All right, and here we go, and we're going to start right now. And it says, once upon a time, there were three little kittens, and their names were Mitten, Tom, Kitten, and Moppet. They had dear little fur coats of their own, and they tumbled about the doorstep and played in the dust. Interesting, huh? But one day their mother, Mrs. Tabitha, twitched, expected friends to tea. So she fetched the kittens indoor to wash and dress them before the fine company arrived. Ooh. How many times, let's make a connection. How many times your mom is actually like getting you ready because, a lot of visits are coming to your house. I remember my mom. She always used to get us ready all the time when someone was coming to visit us. It's kind of interesting to see that actually. So take a look at that. There we go. First, she scrubbed their faces. This one is Moppet. So this one is Moppet. Do you see that? Okay. Then she brushed their fur. This one is Mittens. Then she combed their tails and whiskers. This is Tom Kitten. Tom was very naughty and he scratched. Okay, so I want you to see this important words, okay, over here. When it start first, do you see that first? Then, it's another interesting word. And then, okay, or finally. These are words that when we read are important to know because this is what we call sequence of events, okay? So, these are words by sequence, and in this case, it will be sequence on, by time. On sequence, what comes first, then, and after. So that's a really good reading strategy for you to know. These are sequence words, okay? Mrs. Tabitha dressed Moppet and Mittens in clean pinafores and tuckers, and then she took all sorts of elegant and comfortable clothes out of a chest of drawers in order to dress up her son Thomas. Tom Kitten was very fat, and he had grown very several buttons burst off. His mother sewed them on again. Take a look about this kitty. He looks kind of cute, actually. When the three kittens were ready, Mrs. Tabitha unwisely turned them out into the garden to be out of the way while she made hot butter toast. Now keep your frocks clean, children. You must walk on your hind legs. Keep away from the dirty ash pit and from Sally Henny Penny and from the pig sty and the poodle ducks. Moppet and Mittens walked down the garden path unsteadily. Look at those ones. You look good, huh? Okay. And there they are. So let's make a really quick connection, okay? I remember when it's picture day, right? It's not Poder Day with your uniforms. It's so cute to see you guys. But you guys don't want to, you guys want to keep yourselves really clean. And I think that that's cute. That's really cute. Let's make that connection, right? When you're really well dressed up, you don't want to get yourself messed, right? Okay, let's keep reading. Let us climb up the rockery and sit on the garden wall, said Moppet. They turned their pinafores back to front and went up with a skip and jump. Moppet's white tucket fell down into the road. Tom Kitten was quite unable to jump when walking upon his hind legs in trousers. He came up the rockery by degrees, breaking the ferns and shedding buttons right and left. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Funny, huh? He was all in pieces when he reached the top of the wall. Moppet and Mittens tried to pull him together. His hat fell off and the rest of his button burst. Oh my gosh. Do you think he's going to get chewed out by his mom? I think so. While they were in difficulties, there was a pit pat paddle pat, and three puddle ducks came along the hard high road, marching one behind the other and doing the goose step. Pit pat paddle pat, pit pat waddle pat. Oh my gosh. They stopped and stood in a row and stared at the kittens. They had very small eyes and looked surprised. Then the two duck birds, Rebecca and Jemina Puddle Duck, picked up the hat and tucker and put them on. Interesting, huh? Mittens laughed so that she fell off the wall. Moppet and Tom descended after her. The pinafores and all the rest of Tom's clothes came off on the way down. Oh my gosh. Do you think he's going to get in trouble? I think he will. I don't know. Mr. Drake Puddle Duck advanced in a slow sideways manner and picked up the various articles, but he put them on himself. They fitted him even worse than Tom Kitten. It's a very fine morning, said Mr. Drake Puddle Duck. Oh my gosh, he's wearing Tom's clothing. Look at that. Funny, huh? Okay, let's see. And he and Jemina and Rebecca Puddle Duck set off the road, keeping step, pit pat, paddle pat, pit pat, waddle pat. Then Tabitha Twitchit came down the garden and found her kittens on the wall with no clothes on. What do you think Mom is going to do? We'll see. All right. She pulled them off the wall, smacked them, and took them back to the house. My friends will arrive in a minute, and you are not fit to be seen and affronted. Ooh. He said he pooped, said Mrs. Tabitha Twitched. She changed them upstairs, and I am sorry to say she told her friends that they were in bed with the measles, which was not true. She's lying. Quite the contrary, they were not in bed, not in the least. Somehow there were very extraordinary noises overhead, which disturbed the dignity and repose of the tea party. And I think that someday I shall have to make another larger book to tell you more about Tom Kitten. As for the Puddle Ducks, they went into a pond. The clothes all came off directly because there were no buttons. And Mr. Drake Puddle Duck and Jemina and Rebecca have been looking for them ever since. Okay, so I think that this Tom Kitten was not listening to his mom. And, he lost his clothing. And I'm pretty sure that it was a fine clothing, right? So again, you guys need to listen to your parents every time that they tell you to do something, all right? Hope you like this story to go to bed, especially now that your teacher is actually, look like a little kitty. So that was a fun one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.